and welcome back to Girls in the Grandstand. Today we are back to cover the Hungarian Grand Prix. How did we all feel about that race?
It wasn't too bad. It wasn't the most exciting race we've had, but it most definitely was not the worst race that we've had this season. Yeah, I always quite like the Hungarian Grand Prix. It was less awkward than last year.
That's always a problem.
Yeah.
Last year was very hard to watch, but this year was hard to watch a little bit in the last few laps as a Mclaren fan, but yeah, overall not too bad of a weekend, I don't think.
Unless you're a Williams fan, because I feel as though we hit our peak a few weekends ago and then now we've just gone downhill, and it wasn't the most fun to watch, should we say. It just wasn't Alex's weekend. I mean, qualifying like at the back and then the race, it wasn't his weekend. It was like, well, back to the normal Williams. It was quite fun to just sit back, relax, and just watch it all unfold again. But hopefully pick up again after the break. But I feel like we hit our peak a bit too soon this season. We just have this one where it's like we start off okay, get a bit better, but then the better bit doesn't seem to last as long. So hopefully we haven't peaked too soon. But no, hopefully Carlos can get the car working more to him as well. Second half of the season, however we call it.
I agree. I don't think any of us expected to see the Aston Martins up where they were this weekend. That was quite a surprise.
Why the hell are the Aston Martins up there? What's going on there? This doesn't feel right.
It was a really strange qualifying, I thought. There was all of these cars that we don't usually see up there.
Yeah.
We were expecting, I don't know about you guys, but we were expecting a McLaren 1-2, and then all of a sudden Charles is there. It was just like, where did that lap come from?
It was a wild, but yeah. I mean, what's going on with Max? His qualifying was really bad from a Red Bull perspective. Yuki didn't even get out of Q1, and Max was 8th. It's what is going on there? Something needs to change. And the fact he came out and said we're probably not going to win another race this year. As an engineer for that team, you've got to feel what the hell can I do to fix this? There's obviously something very, very wrong with that car.
Yeah, I think we have seen Max up there still. You know, he has still been there, but this weekend just wasn't great for Red Bull. I mean, I think Yuki being out on Q1, unfortunately, is not really that out of the blue. Yeah. That second car is it's not like Max's, is it? I think we can probably say that with the amount of drivers that have been in it now. But yeah, just not a great weekend for Max. And maybe it's just the track, but maybe they just haven't made as many steps forward as some other teams have so far this season. And I suppose we'll find out after the summer break if they're still struggling a bit compared to the Mercedes, the Ferraris, and I mean McLaren this year. I think have got it nailed, haven't they? I think the constructors we can pretty much say it's McLaren's. It's just the drivers is wide open.
I feel like the drivers is so close, and obviously away from not a McLaren fan, it's so exciting to watch. But for a McLaren fan, it's the scariest time of your life right now because
it's very stressful. I'm not gonna lie. It's very stressful.
They're gonna crash out. They're gonna fall out.
Yeah, I think it will happen. I think there will come a time where they come together. I mean, Canada maybe was an insight into what we might expect. I think this weekend Lando did what he needs to continue to do. He kept himself calm. He made the one-stop strategy work for him. And when the last few laps, when I was very stressed, he kept his cool, and we saw Oscar lock up and nearly T-bone him. I screamed at the TV. But no, he kept his cool and won the race, and I think he needs to do more of that and less of the little silly Lando mistakes that he can sometimes make.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's difficult to say who's going to win the championship. Obviously, people have their preferences and stuff, but I think whoever is the best come the end of the season is going to win it, and that's just the way it's going to go.
Yeah, I think they both deserve it. I think if you ask me at the moment, I feel like Oscar maybe deserves it a little bit more at the moment. And I think if you want me to name who I think is going to be champion out of those two right now, I'd say Oscar. But, we don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. There's still quite a few races left.
Yeah.
So we just have to see.
We say all this, and then George Russell does a George Russell and just appears like every other weekend and goes on and wins it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not an impossible thing to happen, is it? Like you said, he's always just there. Again, this weekend he was there when Charles started to struggle in his, last stint, and the car wasn't giving him the performance that he wanted. George was there to take advantage of that and get on the podium again. So yeah, I mean, you could be right.
Could be George.
That would be the most random thing to happen. But you could fully just imagine George in the car just waving as he goes past Charles, like, thank you.
I know. Oh, Charles. And I felt really bad for Lewis this weekend.
They broke my heart, especially Lewis, after qualifying when he was like, it's not the team, it's me. I was like, you're a champion, mate.
And he's doing a Lando this weekend, I think. He was really, really, really hard on himself, and it's just like, Lewis, come on, you're 7 world championships. You are not terrible. Last weekend in Spa, I mean, I know I didn't watch the race because I was on holiday, but I was looking at the timings. I had you guys in the group chat keeping me up to date. He came through that field from where he qualified. He had an amazing race. I think he needs to be around people that love him over the winter break. Getting ahead of myself, summer break. Look after him, take care of him. Yeah, it was hard to watch him like that, I'll be honest.
It was hard after qualifying when you see him walking through the paddock and he still had his helmet on and stuff.
Mm.
I was watching it, I was like, he's absolutely devastated. And then there was just one kid just in the corner with his hat, and he was really debating putting his hat out towards Lewis. And Lewis went over and signed it for him, even though he was probably in the worst mood of his life.
Yeah.
He didn't want to see or speak to anyone. He still took time to go and see this child and make his day. So I think Lewis needs to take himself away, go on holiday somewhere with his friends, his family, spend some time with them, and come back refreshed. Because we all know what Ferrari are like. This is just Ferrari. This is not a Lewis problem.
No.
Ferrari, it's been there for a very long time. So I think coming back after the break, I think he'll be a lot better than he was this weekend.
I hope so.
I know this was quite a few races ago, but the way he was speaking about Ferrari and how he feels at being there when he was on the main stage at Silverstone, it's one of them where it is positive, but you just know in the back there is still a bit of not unrest, but it's that sort of thought in the way that he's on about it. Cause it was always asking the fans well, how do you feel that I'm at Ferrari? We will get there at some point, and it was things like that where it's he is happy, but he's eating too much pasta, he kept saying. So hopefully they can build it back up, and I mean he's only been in that Ferrari for the first half of this, so it's one of them summer breaks when you get into your point of you can be fully settled and hopefully kick off again for the next few. So yeah, it would be good to see him back up where he should be. I feel like Ferrari is Ferrari, and I think that's the only way you can describe them at this point.
Yeah.
what goes on there, I don't think anyone can ever understand.
No. Charles's radios are my favourite this year.
So
Just
I
every single time he comes on, you can tell he's just so done. He's like, just listen to me. Ferrari are just doing Ferrari things. And he's just like, if you had listened to me in the first place, we might not be where we are now. No, he's great. He was not. He was definitely not very happy.
no.
I mean,
So,
I don't think I would be either if I was leading the race for that long and then, you know, you end up where you end up. And yeah, I can understand why he's pissed off.
Yeah, definitely. To like be up there, right up there, and then not even finish on the podium on a Sunday.
Yeah.
Like that is, I would not even want to talk to anyone after that. Like, how would you go from pole to not even finishing on the podium? Like,
Yeah.
something needs to change at Ferrari. We've been saying this for a while, but something.
How many years have we been saying this? Ferrari need to sort something out.
It's not.
Maybe one day they'll surprise us and they will.
Yeah.
Who knows? Yeah. Can I also mention, I know you probably don't want to talk about this, Jen, but Pierre getting a 10-second time penalty and us not seeing what happened between him and Carlos on the TV at all.
What happened? And I wake up and everyone's like, Pierre's got a 10-second time penalty. I was like, what? And then I try and look at it. It's like something happened with Carlos, but you don't really know what happened with Carlos. Like, no one's really said anything. Alpine didn't say anything.
No, nothing.
Anything else?
It came up on the screen saying 10-second time penalty for causing a collision. I was just like, well, what did he do?
That was what happened.
The only reason that I saw it was because you found it on Twitter and sent it in the group. And I was just like, oh, was that it?
Yeah. And that's like the only video I could find as well. Like, there was no other video anywhere to say what happened, and he's not said anything on his Instagram or anything. I'm just like,
very strange, very strange.
I don't even think William said anything on that one. First, they did it weren't much. It's like
I don't think anybody said anything about it. It was like everybody just wanted to forget it happened, and it wasn't even that bad.
as we're sat here, like we need to know.
yeah, I need to know what's happened.
I was just so confused. It's like, okay, he's got a penalty, but why?
What did he actually do?
The timing screen was annoying me a bit as well, again, in the race. Just showing their names, like we know what their names are. Can we see the gaps between the drivers, please?
Need to see how close they are together.
It's kind of important to know how far away these cars are from each other. Maybe they'll sort that out.
They're on their names for longer than they actually show us the timings, is what it feels like sometimes.
Definitely are. So we haven't forgot what they're called. Just show us the times all the time. And they do it in qualifying as well. The drivers start setting lap times, but we can't see the lap times. It's like, it's kind of important in qualifying to see what the lap times are. Yeah, they need to sort that out for the second half of the season.
Definitely.
Or just start spelling them the way that we did that one time. Then it'll be a bit more entertaining.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Are we talking about Gabriel Bortoletto here?
Yes.
The new driver that they've got. It's fun.
We love Gabriel.
Yeah, we do.
Definitely do.
So as we're going into the summer break, who do you think has been the best rookie so far this season?
I would probably say I think it's got to be Isaac. I feel like he's come into racing balls and he's instantly like he's always there in qualifying. Very few where he's not got into Q3, but most of the time he's in Q3, and I think he's been incredible this first season. But I'm worried that he might get called up to Red Bull because I don't think Yuki's staying, and if Isaac gets dragged into a Red Bull that isn't for him, I don't want him to drop out of F1 because I think he's a really, really nice kid and he deserves to be where he is and he's definitely performing the best for me.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's Isaac. Kimi had an amazing start of the season. He really surprised me. I didn't think that he was ready. I think I said it on the podcast before this season started. I didn't think he was ready. He's very young. Start of the season, he proved me completely wrong. He has struggled the last couple of weekends, and I did see the pictures of him at Spa. But I think Mercedes are really there supporting him, so I think he can. I think he can turn that around. I don't know. I think it's too early to say whether it was too soon for him or not. But yeah, I agree, Isaac, and I think he has done amazing.
Yeah, Isaac's been one, but for me, it's been Kimi. I mean, to see him on the podium, especially as well, it's been like the way he's got the Mercedes car going and just how well he seems to have gelled with George and the kind of like team connection that they've all got. And it's just, I think Mercedes is just such a nice team to be able to take him under his wing as well. So I feel like he's shown that he deserves the seat, especially with whose like boots he were filling in the way of like he was replacing Lewis with Lewis going to Ferrari. So it was going to be, he did have everything on him, and I feel like he has done really well and he's been getting the points for the team.
Mm.
Definitely.
Yeah. I hope it improves for him again after the summer break because, like I said, he had the start of the season. He had a really good start to the season. It's just been the last couple of weekends. I think his confidence been knocked a little bit, but I feel like Mercedes are there and they will help him build that back up.
One thing I do have to say, Haas's social media, like their TikTok, is one of the greatest things I've ever seen of just Esteban and Ollie. It's the most random pairing ever, but it is so funny.
Yeah. They are like so good together. I mean, when it was Silverstone and they had like Percy Pig in the paddock and Ollie was just losing his mind over Percy Pig, it's just like, this is British culture.
Yeah.
This is what we live for.
Yeah.
Just ignoring all the media and just run straight to Percy Pig.
Yeah. I don't care what my duties are today. Percy Pig is here.
Yeah.
What's been your biggest disappointment so far this season?
Alpine. I mean, it's not really a disappointment, is it? This is every season. Like, it is just every season, and I think if it doesn't improve next year, I think Pierre could be looking elsewhere. He is holding that team down, and I think if it doesn't change and nothing happens next year, I mean, there's nowhere for him to go. Like, well, I generally think he could be looking to leave or go elsewhere because he deserves to be in a better car. But I don't know what's going on at that team. They need to fix it next season. Like, they need two good, reliable drivers because the bottom of the drive, like the constructors championships, like that's bad. Like, that's really bad for Pierre, who is an incredible driver. But then you've also got the second seat. I know there was rumours about Bottas coming in and whatever, but now there's rumours he's signing to Cadillac. It's like something needs to happen next season, I think, for to keep Pierre, or they could lose him. Genuinely, I don't think he can take any much more of what this car is giving him.
Yeah, it's not been a good season for them so far.
No.
Changing the drivers after a few races didn't help.
It's not help, especially when they're so young as well. Like, there's literally kids at the end of the day, and to swap change so much, and for them to have to be ready to be in the car is I think is a big ask. So I think they need to look for something next season and maybe not go for a rookie and go for an experienced driver from somewhere. Like, who knows who's going to Cadillac, but whoever is in the talking for that. Maybe they come into Alpine if they don't get the seat, but who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
I feel like mine's going to come out quite mean, and it's not meant to come out as mean. But no, mine has been Carlos at Williams. I feel as though him coming to Williams was made out to be like the most groundbreaking thing of like we were going to be so high up, we were going to be getting podiums and whatever. Like that is how, especially James Vowles kind of like bigged it up to be. And Alex is still near enough outscoring him nearly every weekend. There's only been a few where there's not. And I mean, like the sprint race, Carlos got the highest sprint finish that we've had. But I do feel as though I don't think the media coverage for me has helped because they did make it out like he was going to come in and change Williams. I am bitter because he has taken, as I see it, as Logan and Franco's seat. So that didn't help in the end. But I do feel as though he could and should have been performing better than he has done, especially when you see where Alex has been finishing in races and how well he's been doing. But yeah, that's been my like underwhelming moment of this. No offense to Carlos, but
I was going to say the same as you, Beck. You know, it was bigged up. It's Carlos. Carlos is a great driver. He's just not really done much with the Williams. And as you said, you know, Alex has been scoring points when he can with the car and getting it up there. Whereas Carlos, I don't know whether it's just he's struggling a bit more with getting to grips with it. But yeah, I feel a little bit underwhelmed, as you said, about what he's done so far in Williams.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I do feel for him because obviously when you go in from like Ferrari to Williams, it's a bit of a jump, especially in like the constructors and stuff. But it was made to be this big thing, and he hasn't proved it right at this minute. So we'll have to see if he can turn it around.
Yeah. We'll see in the last races that are remaining. It'll be interesting to see what happens everywhere, really. You know, was Aston Martin's performance in Hungary a fluke, or are we going to see them up there taking these spots away?
I feel like we need another Nico Hulkenberg podium before the season's out. We've had one, we've had a taste of it. We need another.
Yeah, oh,
that would be good.
Yeah.
We will see. We will see when we come back from the summer break, where everyone stacks up.
Yeah, definitely.
Watch this. We say all this, and Carlos comes back and gets a podium in first week.
You know what? That would be great. I would applaud that. I would applaud that.
Yeah.
You never know.
Party in the group chat.
Yeah. You never know. Anything can happen in Formula One.
That is very true.
Right. Well, you know, we had a little bit of a break. We've come back for Hungary, and we're going on a little break again. But no, we'll be back after the summer break to talk all things Zandvoort. See you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.